shalom, 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 Israel, giving all praises to the Most High, Yahweh and His Son, Yahweh Shai. We're going to deal with this topic today, man. Israel still out here playing a whore with the other nations, man, but she want to be married. You're going to find out, man, that the Most High, He compares Israel to a woman all the time. He always calls her her. You're going to get some understanding today about exactly what that's talking about. But Israel, man, she like a loudmouth woman that's going around sleeping from house to house. She on Facebook running her mouth all day, showing every time Dick and Harry exactly what she got. Israel got on the leopard print. Israel got on the leopard print leggings. Got on the blonde weave. Got on the Assyrian weave. Still eating pork chops. Still celebrating birthdays. Fornicating and committing adultery with all the other nations, man, and want to be married to Yahweh. What kind of garbage is that, man? What kind of garbage is that? But we're going to get some understanding today, man, that everybody is not going to have that wedding garment and everybody is not going to partake in that wedding. 2/3 of our people got to die, man, because they rebellious. They don't even read their Bibles anymore. They don't even care. They done been awakened, and they done been, I got fringes on my shirt, I got my beard out, shalom sis. I got my head covering when the scriptures coming out. I got my fringes on my dress, but still low key worried about my birthday, because my birthday coming up next month. I'm gonna do just a little something. I ain't gonna tell everybody it's my birthday, but I'm gonna still remember it and I'm gonna still celebrate it on the low. Thanksgiving coming up. I ain't gonna tell nobody Thanksgiving, but I'm gonna go over to grandma's house and I'm gonna just give me a plate. It's just a little plate. It ain't hurting. I ain't telling nobody Thanksgiving. It's just a little plate. Christmas coming up. I ain't gonna tell nobody, Merry Christmas, but I know my mama gonna get mad at me if I don't bring her nothing. So I'm gonna just bring her something the next day. As long as that counts. Still out here playing the horn, man, and want to be married to Yahweh. It don't even make sense. We're going to start in the book of Jeremiah. We're going to go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, and verse 2. We're going to get some understanding that Israel is a woman. That's why the title of the class is named that. She is still playing the whore, and she still wants to be married to Yahweh. This is why I say that. Read this out.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
Most High said he has likened the daughter of Zion, which is Jerusalem, which is Israel, which is the people, to a delicate woman. We're just going to start that out right there. Israel is a delicate woman, and you're going to understand why the title of the class is named that way. She's still out here fornicating. She's still out here low-key playing the whore, got a blonde weave on. She's still out here running her mouth. She's still out here playing the whore. She's still out here with a leopard skin tights on and want to be married to Yahweh. Isaiah 1 and 3. The book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. Read this out.
The book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his own.
See, the Most High is comparing Israel. He always gives similitudes. He always gives parables. He always gives dark sayings. The Most High God of Israel, he is a so-called Negro, man. He does not speak regularly. He speaks in slang. Read on.
In the ass, his master's crib.
So he's comparing us to an ox. An ox, you use an ox for manual labor, right? This ox knows exactly who his owner is. He's going to be obedient to his owner. And it says the ass, a jackass or a donkey. He even know where his crib is. He even know where he's supposed to be. Read on.
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
He said, but the children of Israel, the daughters of Israel, Mount Zion. Read.
Doth not know.
Read on.
My people doth not consider.
He said the people, they don't even consider their inheritance anymore. Read a little louder, bro. They don't even consider their inheritance anymore. They don't even consider that they are the chosen children of the Most High God anymore. They don't even consider that they the only people that got the oracles of the Most High God. They still want to be laying around and opening their legs up to Cesar Borgia, man. They still want to be opening their legs up to Allah Akbar and them. We are the nation of Israel, the holy people, the top people on the planet. Read on.
Oh, sinfulness.
He said we are what?
A sinful nation.
We a sinful nation, man. You hear it over and over and over again, but the more that you read this Bible, the more that you can see the Most High's words, you will understand that the Most High chose the most stiff-necked and rebellious people to love, man. It's a hard job being a prophet out here in these last days. Read on.
A people laden with iniquity.
They always running around talking about that they holy and thou. And this is for you awakened Israelites too, man. I ain't talking about you ones that sleep. The ones you know your nationality. You know what tribe you from. You know exactly what's going on. But they still laden with iniquity, man, because they love sexual Bossier. They love Big Mama so much, man. They love their children more than they love the Most High. They love their husbands more than they love the Most High. They love their wives more than they love the Most High. Laden with sin. Read.
A seed of evildoers.
Seed of evildoers, man. Out here playing games with the Most High. Out here playing games with this truth. Seed of evildoers. Read on.
Children that are corrupt.
Children that are corrupted. They love everything except serving their God. They love to bow down to Baal, celebrating birthdays, low-key, still out there doing whatever they want to do, not being a husband to their wife and a wife to their husband, and a father to the child and a mother to the child. They still out there stanky legging, and they still out there getting their groove on. Read on.
They have forsaken the Lord.
What they do?
They have forsaken the Lord.
Most High God say we done forsaken the Lord. Everything that we done been taught here now has been idolatry and has been adultery and fornication against Yahweh, man. We are his bridegroom, and we supposed to be the perfect bridegroom for him. Read on.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto an anger.
How do we provoke the Holy One of Israel to anger? You know what he did to us? We provoked him by laying down with the Assyrians, doing whatever the Assyrians do, doing whatever the Babylonians did, doing whatever Tyre and Zidon did, doing whatever the Greeks and the Romans did. Never want to be Israelites, never want to come back to their nationality or their heritage. They just want to do what they want to do, man. They want to live their best life like Lil Duval, man. Like Snoop Doggy Dogg and all these homosexual, transgender rappers and actors. Read on.
They are going away backwards.
He said we going away backwards, man. How we going to be married to Yahweh Shai and we still out here playing a whore? Still out here playing a whore with Sergio Bossier and TD Snakes and Ricky Gay Rush and Creflo Dollar and Joel Osteen with his transgender tail, man. That is a female, a dyke, a big dyke playing the game on the masses. Read on.
Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Most High God stretching out his hand. He said, why should we be stricken anymore, man? Why should he pull off the yoke of iron that he got upon our neck for being stiff-necked and rebellious? Read.
Ye will revolt more and more.
He already knew what's going on, man. He said we was going to revolt more and more. And Moses even said this, right when Moses was on his deathbed, man. He said, as soon as I go, he said, the children of Israel, they're going to do exactly what they did unto Aaron. They're going to make them a golden calf, and they're going to be praying to cows and oxes, and they're going to be worshiping the moon and sun god, and they're going to be doing all this, and the Virgin Mary, and all this garbage, man. Read on.
The whole head is sick.
He said everybody in Israel sick, man. You got Negroes out on the streets, man. They so puffed up that they think they Yahweh Shai, man. You got Israelite leaders out there saying that it's the Most High Yahweh Shai in them, man. Literally saying this out there in the nation of Israel. Read on.
The whole heart faint from the sole of the foot.
He said from the sole of the foot, man. Read on.
Even unto the head, there is no soundness in it. But wounds.
But what?
But wounds.
He said we got wounds everywhere, Israel. And we want to be out here shaking the tail feather. We want to be out here doing the doo-doo brown. We want to be out here stanky legging and crip walking and blood walking with the other nations, man. He said we all wounded. Read on.
And bruised.
He said we got bruises everywhere, man. We done been in the alley. We went back there in the dark alley, man, where Allah Akbar and them got jumped, man. We done went in the back alley with the so-called white man and got powerbombed, got ankle slammed, man. We done went down there in the back with the Kimbe Mutombo and them. They done put all type of lip disc and neck plates on us, man. We bruised out here, Israel. Read on.
And putrefying sores.
He said putrefying sores, man. We out here with diseases. We out here infected with doctrines of devils. We out here got diseases with the other nations. We out here diseased with every other philosophy, all these Stoics and all this Greek mythology, man. We believe everything. Read on.
They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Most High God say we ain't even been healed yet, man. He's sending up his prophets. He raising up people, but Israel do not want to hearken. Most High God gave us Moses, man. Gave us Joshua. Gave us good sound leaders. And all we had to do was keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. But Israel, they love being oppressed, man. They love playing the whore. You know what whores do? Whores gonna run a good game on you, man. A whore gonna tell you anything that you want to hear. Oh, I'm all good. I ain't got AIDS. You know, I'm out here selling myself on an everyday basis, but I'm clean. I'm out here selling myself for a nickel sack and a $20 bill, but I'm ready for the marriage, man. What type of garbage is that? Jump down to verse 9, bro.
Verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
Hey, what?
A very small remnant.
It's all about the election, man. It's all about the grace. It's all about the what the Most High has ordained from the oracles of the foundation of the world. This world is only made for the elect's sake, man. And you try to get Israel to understand this. It's a new doctrine going out saying that all of Israel going to be saved. I can't understand that when he's saying that he only going to leave a very small remnant. Read.
We should have been at Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
He said, except that he left that small remnant that's going to stand up for him, except that he left that small remnant that was going to keep his commandments, except that he left that small remnant that was going to stand up for him against the evildoers. Most High say we would have been like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. We this close, man, to being on the brink of extinction, and we still out here running game on the Most High, thinking we're going to get married, and we thinking we're going to get ready for that marriage in Mount Zion, man. First marriage in Mount Sinai, second marriage or the second covenant or the second agreement or the second contract is going to be dealt, signed in blood in Mount Zion, and you're going to be ready for that, man? This is ridiculous going on. But Israel, all they want to hear is smooth things, man. They so used to Pastor Porkchop telling them that if you put that $10,000 check in that plate, the kingdom of heaven going to open up for you, man. That's what Israel want to hear. All they want to do is just get the kingdom of heaven at a push of a button. They want to just, push a button and then I made it. I got my beard on my face, so I'm good, man. That's garbage. It's only for a remnant. Isaiah chapter 10, and we're going to start at verse 20. Israel still out here playing the whore with the Samaritans and the Eritreans. Allah Akbar and them, Stacy and Bob and Amber at the job, still eating hog maw down there on the low, gonna get destroyed. Read this out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote.
He said that the remnant of Israel and everybody that escaped out of the house of Jacob shall no more stand upon him that smote him. Who smote us? We will not be standing on the lies and the philosophies and the doctrines of Cesar Borgia anymore, of Pope Francis, of Pope Alexander, all these homosexual popes, of Pastor Porkchop, man, of Saint Ebenezer, Mount Zion, Judea, Holy Church of Christ. We ain't doing none of that garbage no more. Allah Akbar and them, all Muslims can drop dead. We ain't gonna be standing upon him no more. Read on.
But shall stay upon the Lord.
What?
But shall stay upon the Lord.
Read on.
The Holy One of Israel. In truth.
In what?
In truth.
How you gonna expect to get there to have a marriage with a man or a woman, and you so-called saying your marriage vows, and you up there lying, man. And you not doing it in all sincerity and in truth, man. You know what's going to happen? You're going to get divorced. That's exactly what's going to happen. Read on.
The remnant.
The what?
The remnant.
It's only about the remnant, man. Israel, get your mind right. Because I'm telling you, man, there's so much sin out here in Israel. These Negroes out here puffed up, man, because they got a precept. These sisters out here puffed up because they married to somebody in leadership, or they married to an officer or a soldier or something. They thinking that's everything good. They gonna get their neck snapped, man. Running game on the Most High. Read on.
Shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God.
Unto the mighty God. It didn't say the homosexual. It didn't say the nice. It didn't say the well-pleasing. It said unto the mighty power. Read on.
For though thy people, Israel, be as sand of the sea.
Though Israel be everywhere, man, the innumerable multitude, though they be everywhere as the sand of the sea. Read.
Yet a remnant.
Yet a what?
Yet a remnant.
Only a small part, man. That 1/3. Read.
Of them shall return.
He said only 1/3 of them gonna return, man. We're gonna get some more into that. Israel's still out here stanky legging, man. Still out here doing the doo-doo brown, doing the electric slide with Allah Akbar, the Kimbe Mutombo and them. Thinking that they gonna get their wedding garment. Most High gonna say, man, cast them niggas into outer darkness. Read on.
The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness.
Read on.
For the Lord God of hosts shall make a consumption, even determined in the midst of all the land.
Give me that in Revelations 21 in verse 3. See, Israel, they don't want to hear that, and they don't care about how stubborn they are, man. They don't care about none of that. All they want to do is they just want to do the electric slide, man. They want to electric slide their way into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They want to shoulder roll their way into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They want to do the belts in the way to the kingdom. But they going to get their necks now playing with the Most High God. Read Revelations 21 and 3. See, this is how Israel want to hear. Right here. Read this out.
The book of Revelations, chapter 21, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with man.
Read.
And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And God himself shall be with them and be their God.
See, that's what Israel want to hear right there, man. Everything is all good. You just got to have faith that Jesus Christ is the Son. And that's all you got to do, and you're going to be saved, baby. You ain't got to, them Hebrew Israelites, they in the cult, baby. You ain't got to believe nothing. Close that Bible. You don't need that Bible, baby. All you need is just to know that Jesus Christ is the Son, and you're going to be saved. The law is done away with. That's what Israel want to hear. Smooth things. Read on.
And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
And I remember, man, growing up, man, Kirk Franklin had this in one of his songs. He had this verse in the beginning of one of his songs, man. I think it was whatever that song called name is. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Israel. Read on.
And there shall be no more death.
Ain't gonna be no more death in the kingdom. Read.
Neither sorrow.
Read.
Nor crying. Neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away.
See, that's what Israel want to hear. They want to hear the good part of it, man. They don't want to hear I gotta keep the Most High commandments. They don't want to hear that, I gotta practice the righteous rehearsal. I have to practice my wedding attire. I have to get used to wearing my wedding garment. I have to get used to the ceremony that's going to have to take place in order for us to get married. They want to skip all that, and they just want to get to the marriage, man. But this is the part that they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear this part about them 2/3 because everybody in Israel thinking that they are part of the multitude. They thinking they're part of the congregation. Nah, somebody got to fulfill these prophecies, man. And it's the ones that's murmuring. And it's the ones that's backbiting. And it's the ones still low-key going out with Big Mama. It's the ones still low-key trimming their ways for their husband or for their wife. And it's the ones still low-key celebrating their birthdays. It's the ones still low-key up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching TVN. It's still y'all, man, calling yourself Israel. Go get your neck snapped. Give me Ezekiel 5 and 1, bro. Read this out.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 5, verse 1.
See, the 2/3 prophecy is not just in the book of Zechariah. It's everywhere. You just got to open up your book and read it, Israel. Let's see what the Lord made Ezekiel do. Read this out.
And thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon thy head and upon thy beard.
Most High God made Ezekiel shave his head and shave his beard, man. Just for him to get a point across. Just for him to show And if you go back and you read the 3rd chapter, in the 4th chapter, it goes into how the Most High made Ezekiel basically build a siege with an iron pan and have this siege destroy the nation of Israel. If you want to go back, the 4th chapter is only 17 verses. Go back and read it. Read on.
Then take thee balances to weight and divide the hair.
So he said all the hair that you had shaved off Ezekiel, he said put it on the balance and divide the hair. Let's see how he told him to divide this hair. Read on.
Thou shalt burn with fire a 3rd part in the midst of the city.
So he said that 3rd part of the hair that you got, he said take it and burn it, man. He said take it and do away with it. The ones that's still in the club stanky legged, man. The ones that's still in the club turking and jerking. The ones that's still in the club buying a section for $700 and buying 2 bottles of $30 Ciroc for $700, man. Spending $1,400 tricking in the club. This for you. Read on.
When the days of the siege are fulfilled.
When the days of the siege are fulfilled. When the so-called white man, when the Babylonians, when the Persians and Medes, Tyrians, Zidon, the Ammonites, the Perizzites, Hivites, he said when the siege had been fulfilled, he said them niggas gonna get burnt, man. Read on.
And thou shalt take a 3rd part.
And another 3rd part. Let's see what the Most High told Ezekiel to do with it. Read on.
And smite about it with a knife.
He said do what with it?
And smite about it with a knife.
So the other 3rd part, he said the sword coming for you, man. This ain't talking about sleep Israelites. This ain't talking about somebody that's out here don't know what's going on. It's for you that know what's going on. Read on.
And a 3rd part thou shalt scatter in the wind.
He said they should do what?
Thou shalt scatter in the wind.
Read on.
And I will draw out a sword after them.
Read on.
Thou shalt also take thereof a few in number.
He said, now out of all of this multitude, I'm going to need you to take a few in number and do what with them? Read.
And bind them in thy skirts.
He said, take him and hide him, man. He said, take him and put him in a safe place. He said, everybody else going to get burnt. They're going to get hit with that knife. But I'm going to need you to take the elect, a few of them. He said, bind them in your skirt, man. He said, put them in thy loins and hide them in a safe place. These are the ones that's going to get that wedding gown. These are the ones that's going to be practicing the righteous rehearsals. These are the ones that's going to be ready and fit for that marriage. Read on.
Then take of them again.
Read.
And cast them into the midst of the fire.
He said, so the one that you scattered in the wind, he said, take of them again and cast them in the midst of the fire, man. Read on.
And burn them in the fire.
And do what?
And burn them in the fire.
He said, take them in the fire and burn them to pieces, man. This is thus says the Lord. I can't make none of this stuff up. Read on.
For thou shall a fire come forth in all the house of Israel.
Read on.
Thus saith the Lord God, this is Jerusalem.
Who is their Herod?
This is Jerusalem.
What about the ones that went that got scattered across?
This is Jerusalem.
What about the ones that was put in the skirt?
This is
This is
Jerusalem.
the people's, man. This is Jerusalem. This is just a similitude. This is just a dark saying. This is just a parable for the children of Israel, of the 2/3 that's gonna be destroyed, man. Same ones that's still in there, man, with the skinny jeans on out here, prophesying to the nation of Israel, looking like an American. Read on.
I have set it in the midst of the nations and countries that are round about her.
He said he done put Jerusalem in captivity, man. Read on.
And she had changed my judgments into wickedness more than the nation.
He said, man, you done took the judgments of the Most High and started celebrating your birthday. He said, you done took the judgments of the Most High and talking down about your brother and your sister behind their back. He said, you done took the judgments for the Most High, and you started being like Becky, man. Becky got that blood animal hair. I think I'm gonna put the blood animal hair on my head, man. Read on.
For they have refused and my statutes more than the countries that are round about
You
her.
done forsaken the Most High statutes too. Read on.
For they have refused my judgments.
What they do,
They have refused my judgment.
these are the same ones, man, saying that they saved and sanctified through the blood of Cedric Bozier, man. These are the same ones. If this is Jerusalem, somebody got to play out these prophecies, man. And y'all walking around here like everything is all good and sweet. Hate, lack, and order. Don't want to come in and get counseling. Always want to be tossed to and fro with different winds of doctrine. Most High sending you quails to satisfy you. You don't even want the quails out of the sea anymore, man. All you want the meat from the other nations. Read on.
And my statutes, they have not walked in them.
They don't even walk in them, man. But you want to walk in the statues of Baal. You want to walk in the statues of Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King, man. What about Donald Trump and Bill Clinton and Ronald Reagan and them? You know, they say we African American, so Master say we African American. Master told me I was a Mexican and Hispanic. Well, I'm going to be a Mexican and Hispanic today. Yes, sir, boss. Both them commandments of the Most High. I love the commandments of the so-called white man. Still out here giving it up, man. For a nickel sack and a $20 bill. And some Doritos chips, man. Giving it up for everything. Still talking about you want to be married. That's just like Shakisha. She all in the projects giving it up to everybody. But she see the dude coming around with the Mercedes Benz. Oh, she want to marry him now. But she can't stop giving it up to everybody in the jets, man. This is ridiculous, man. Give me that in Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. Let's get some more on it. Let's get some more understanding, man. Shakisha, she walking around giving it up to everybody with the same pair of leggings on. She been having that weave in her head for the past 6 months. Ain't brushed her teeth. But she seen the new brew coming to Jets with a BMW. She ready to settle down and get married. Like she ain't got all that filth on her. Like she ain't got everything that's going around. All kind of diseases on her. All kind of plagues on her. But now she ready to settle there. You got to cleanse up first, man. Give me that in Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. Read this out.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Shall be what?
Shall be cut off and die.
That's the words of the Most High, man. And Israel, you know, they just love drama, man. Our bishop say it all the time. Israel loves drama, man. It took me about a year and a half to finally understood what the brother been saying for a year and a half. He said like once a week. Israel love drama. And that's all they love, man. They do not love peace. They don't love camaraderie. They don't love brotherhood. They don't love loving their husbands, loving their wives, loving their children. They love mischief and deceit and drama, man. That's why they gotta die. And I know it's harsh, man. I know it's hard or whatever, but hey, it's just it is what it is. Read on.
But the third shall be left therein.
He said what?
But the third shall be left therein.
Give me Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 23. Let's get some more understanding on that, man. All we out here to do is just to try to get you the medicine, Israel. Yeah, you might not like it how it's coming from the prophets, but hey, you might as well take it from the prophets than take it from Yahweh Shai. Because there's no negotiations with him. It's going to get life or death, man. And we just out here to give it to you. Read this out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice.
Obey the white man voice.
Obey my voice.
What about Pastor Porchop?
Obey my voice.
No, Big Mama said it.
Obey my voice.
He said obey the God of Israel voice, man. How hard is it to do? Just change your ways and repent. Read.
And I will be your God.
He said, if you obey me, man, I'm going to be your God, man. I'm going to turn up for you. I'm going to do cartwheels for you. I'm going to show everybody that this is my top creation. This is made in my image. Read.
And ye shall be my people.
He said we're going to be his people, man. The glory of glory, the holy of holy. The top nation on the planet. The gods on this earth. If we just keep his commandments and obey his voice, read.
And walk ye in all the ways.
In some of the ways.
In all the ways.
Read on.
That I have commanded you. That it may be well unto you.
See, man, the Most High said, all you got to do is keep my commandments and the judgments. And I'm going to, look, everybody else, man, look, they going to be like unsuspicious to me. That sounds like a hell of an agreement to me. Where do I sign the contract at? I'm in agreements to that. So you say I'm going to be above everybody and everybody going to be servants unto me? Where the contract at? I got my pen right now. I'm ready to sign it, man. Because I'm tired of being last hire, first fire. I'm tired of being discriminated against on because I look like my God. I'm tired of being, not getting equal opportunity for my family to live in a nice neighborhood. Why we got to live in the projects and the slums, man? But we don't want stuff like that, man. Most High said He going to look out for you. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And if you want to be ready for that marriage, man, this is what you got to look forward to the marriage. This is a part of the contract. When you get married in Esau kingdom, he make you sign a piece of paper, which you don't even read it. You just sign your life away. But it's a contract. This is a part of the contract. Read this out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I have commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Most High God said, all you got to do is keep his commandments and he's going to put you above everybody on the earth, man. I know a deal when I see one. This is the best deal ever, man.
That's right.
They selling generators for $99 now. They got solar panels out for $1,000. Man, they selling trucks for $1,500. I ain't never seen a deal like this before, man. So you telling me that if we keep the most high commandments as a nation, he gonna set us on high, but above all nations on the planet? But I'm going to show you how stiff-necked and rebellious Israel is, man. Go back to Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 24. But let's see what Israel said. Yeah, the Most High, I know you said you're going to set us above all nations, and blessed going to be your fruit, and blessed going to be your cattle, and blessed going to be the store in your basket, and you're going to be above all nations. But let's see how wicked, stiff-necked, and rebellious our nation is. Let's see what they did. Read this out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 24. But they hearken not.
You said what?
But they hearken not.
What type of rebellious, wicked, sinful, laden with iniquity nation would get a promise to have all the nations be your stepping stools, and you don't even hearken, man? What type of garbage is that? What type of blasphemy is that? This is the same Lakeisha walking around, man, giving it up to everybody in the jets, man. And she want to be married to the Most High. Don't even hearken into the Most High God voice. Read on.
Nor incline their ears.
Didn't even want to listen to the prophets on the street corner. We telling them, giving them precept after precept and breaking parables down and giving it to them. The Most High said this. He didn't say that. They don't even incline with their ear anymore, man. And they never did from the beginning. Read on.
But walked in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart.
They said, I'm going to do what I want to do, man. They said that blood weave, I'm going to wear it till the glue come off, man. They said them skinny jeans, he said, I'm going to wear it till they bust off of me, man. That tight killer 8-piece suit. He said, Master, wear it, look sharp on Master. I'm going to be sharper than Master, man. Walked in the counsels and the imaginations of their own evil mind. Read.
And went backwards.
And did what?
And went backwards.
Read on.
And not forward.
Went backwards, man. This is unto this day. This is Jeremiah. When he was prophesying, man. Israel was in captivity, but they knew who they was. And they did Kerr, man. So what you think that's going to happen when we at the bottom right now? They ain't trying to hear none of this, man. Read on.
Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt.
He said, even since the day that we done came out of Egypt. Let's get some evidence on that. Let's get Exodus chapter 15, verse 22. He said, we done been rebellious. We have not hearkened unto the Most High God's words, even since the day that we walked out of Egypt. Let's get that proof. Exodus chapter 15, verse 22.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 22. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea And they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days into the wilderness and found no water.
Now I want everybody to understand this, man. Israel, when they departed out of the land of Egypt, they left with the spoils and the goods of the Egyptians. They had water, man. They had food. They had oxen. How do you think that they was making sacrifices to the Most High in the wilderness without oxen, without rams, without food, man? They was in the wilderness for 3 days and found no understanding and found no doctrine and found not Yahushua. That's what water is, man. Read on.
And when they came to Moab, they could not drink of the waters of Moab.
He said when they came to Moab, they could not drink the waters of Moab. Read on.
For they were bitter.
So how can a water be a they? It says, for they were bitter. Shouldn't it say, for it was bitter? It says, for they, for the doctrine was bitter unto them at that time. Read on.
Therefore, the name of it was called Moab.
Then this is 3 days after the children of Israel escaped out of Egypt. They done seen the chariots. They seen the wonders of the Most High. They seen his power and his glory, man. Read on.
And the people murmured against Moses.
What they do, Ak?
And the people murmured against Moses.
Ran they mouth, man. Ran they mouth. This is Shakisha out in the jet. She fight everybody that walk in, man. Running her mouth. Read on.
Saying, what shall we drink?
See, they wanted to drink of the other nations. Most High God said in Proverbs, drink of thine own cistern. They didn't want to drink of their own cistern. They wanted to drink of themselves. Read on. Verse 25.
Verse 25. And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord shewed him a tree, which when he had cast into the water.
And he showed him a tree. The Most High likened men unto tree. Read on.
The waters were made sweet.
He said when that tree was in the waters was made sweet. Get out of that spookism, Israel. This is slang. This is code talk. Read on.
There he made for them a statute and an ordinance. And there he proved them.
He said he proved us, man, at that moment of time. Go back to Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 25. This is the same nation of people that 3 days after they escaped from the hand of their enemies, they went back and murmuring and complained. Read verse 25 again. We give them the understanding.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 25. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt.
Even back then, they was running their mouth. Read.
Unto this day.
Even this day, they still running their mouth. Read.
I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets.
We out there on the street corners every Sabbath. We got videos dropping every day. We got classes 5 days a week. I mean, what more do you want from the prophets, man? You want us to live your life for you? What more do you want from the prophets? The Most High said that he sent us early in the morning. Read.
Daily rising up early and sending them.
Read on.
Yet they hearken not unto me.
Read on.
Nor incline their ears.
Even after all this, man, they still don't want to listen. And you got a bunch of in these congregations today. They in the don't get it twisted. Just because they walking in your congregation, man, they wicked as hell, man. Because if this is the same nation that I'm reading about, you gotta understand. Oh, it's only gonna be a remnant of them that's gonna do it. They gonna be in there, still playing the harlot. Read on.
But harden their neck.
But then what?
But harden their neck.
You can't tell these sisters nothing, man. They gonna turn their neck at you so hard. You can't tell these brothers nothing, man, because they so effeminate they can't even take orders. But want to be out on the street corner pulling precepts like they men's of God, can't even take reproof. Read on.
They did worse than their father.
They did what?
They did worse than their father.
Give me Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 20. Let me show you how Israel out here, man, still giving it up. Still stanky legging, man. Still doing the booty drop. Still doing the whatever all these homosexual dances, man, that the white man make up for us every day, man. Still out here doing this garbage. Read this out.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 20. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters.
16 verse 10. Shlocky, my bad. 16 verse 10.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 10. I clothed thee also with broidered work.
Most High God said he clothed us. He clothed us, man, with embroidered work, man. He gave us the best skin. He gave us the best looks. He gave us the best hair. He gave us the best body type. He gave us the best brain. He gave us the best smarts. Gave us the best attributes. And he gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
And shod thee with badger skin.
All this is talking about is basically what I said. This is just an analogy. Remember that the Most High, he talking slang. You got to learn this slang talk. Read.
And I girded thee upon with fine linen.
Put fine linen upon this, man. You should read how them Levites got down. They had bells on their garments. They had pomegranates on their garments. Read on.
And I covered thee with silk.
With silk, man. Delicacy, man. Read on.
I decked thee also with ornaments.
Man, we had gold on, man. Chains on our neck. Grills on. Rings on. Read on.
And I put bracelets upon thy neck.
Sisters, man. Read on. Read that again.
And I put bracelets upon thy hand.
Man, he said our sisters had bracelets on their hand, man. Brothers had bracelets on their hand. Fine gold of you fast. Read on.
And a chain on thy neck.
Man, he said we was decked out, man. Talking about a iced out piece. You ain't never seen nothing before. Read on.
And I put a jewel on thy forehead.
Read on.
And earrings in thine ears. And a beautiful crown upon thy head. Thus thou wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen.
Read on.
And silk, and broader work. Thou didst eat fine flour.
Most High God said he gave us everything, man, and you still want to be out here complaining, running your mouth. Man, that's why we say, man, Israel, a lot of these Negroes gotta die, man. They have to get put to death. It's the only way we're going to rise up and rule this whole world again. Shakisha not going to be in there running her mouth. It's going to be a golden hand going about all throughout Jerusalem, carried by the Holy Spirit. As soon as Shakisha open up her mouth, the golden hand going to go to work, man. It's going to be a golden sword going around all throughout Mount Zion, where these Negroes want to be effeminate, can't step up to their wife, can't rule their own household, don't want to get a job, don't want to support their family. It's going to be a gold sword made of fine gold of you fast. The Holy Spirit going to be walking through. It's going to be cutting Negroes' necks off, man. This is serious business. Read on.
And honey, and oil, and thou waste, exceeding beautiful.
He said we was exceeding beautiful, man. Read on.
And thou didst prosper into a king.
He said we prosper into a kingdom, man. We prosper into a kingdom. But jump down to verse 20, though. Let's see what happened.
Verse 20. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom thou hast borne unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured.
Gave them up, man, to Thanksgiving, gave them up to Christmas, still letting them watch the TV, still letting them watch these wicked movies, ain't teaching them how to read their Bible, sacrificing up to them, giving them abortions. Are they all on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram now? They all on these perverted sites. They all doing everything, and you allowing them to do it, man. Read on.
Is this of thy whoredom?
Of thy what?
Is this of thy whoredom?
Read.
A small matter.
Is it a small matter, man, because I'm still eating that pork chop with Big Mama? Is it a small matter, man, that I'm saying that I'm ready to be married to Yahweh Shai, and I still got 8 husbands on me, man? Read on.
That thou hast slain my children and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire for them.
Cause them to pass through the fire, man. And do it on an everyday basis. And this is for the awakened Israelites. This ain't nobody that's asleep. You still got Israel. They still letting their children. See, because, man, just watch, man. You got Israelites, the only way that they can get their child to shut up is if they put a cell phone in their hand. The only way that they can get a child to shut up is if they put an iPad in front of them. The only way that they can get a child to shut up is they put them in front of a TV. Don't teach them no rules. Don't teach them no discipline. They discipline is the white man. Gonna be destroyed for that. Read on.
And in all thine abominations, and thy whoredoms.
What Israel still doing?
And thy whoredoms.
Israel still out here playing a whore, man. A whore can be spotted from a mile away. You're going to smell her when she come up. Read on.
Thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth.
Didn't remember King David. Didn't remember King Solomon. Didn't remember Moses. Didn't remember Joshua. Didn't remember Jehoshaphat. Didn't remember none of the kings. Didn't remember the days of thy youth. Didn't remember Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read on.
When thy waist naked in bed.
When we was in sin. Read on.
And waist polluted in thy blood.
And polluted in thy blood. Jump down to verse 28.
Verse 28. Thou hast played the whore.
And we say Israel did what?
Thou hast played the whore.
Israel did what?
Thou hast played the whore.
Read on.
Also with the Assyrians.
Over there, man, with the red dots on their forehead. The Palestinians, man. Over there in Syria. With Allah Akbar and them. Over there blowing themselves up with self devices. Want to be like them, playing a whore with them. And you know they over there in Saudi Arabia, man. You got all our sisters over there running over there to them too, man. They want to get them a Emirates flight. They want to lay down on the flight. They want to go to Saudi Arabia. And them Negroes out there, they don't let their woman speak, man. You over there running your mouth with Allah Akbar and them, the real ones, they gonna cut your head off. They don't even allow women to drive. Read on.
Because thou waste unsaleable, ye, thou hast played the harlot.
Thou played the what?
Thou hast played the harlot.
Man, I ain't making none of this stuff up, man. The Most High calls us a whore, man. That's thus says the Lord. Read on.
With them, and yet couldst not be satisfied.
You can never be satisfied with the other nations because it will never ring in your spirit, man. You will never be able to play the whore like you want to play the whore because the Most High always going to send them plagues on you. The Most High going to come and deal with you face to face because you hate him. You will never be able to be satisfied with the white man, with King Jong-un and them, with Jet Li and them, and Jackie Chan and them. You will never be able to play over there, man, with Luol Deng and them. With the Kimbe Mutombo in there, with the lip disc. You will never be satisfied. Read on.
Thou hast moreover multiplied thy fornications.
Multiplied thy fornications, man. Read on.
In the land of Canaan.
In the land of Canaan. Read.
Unto Chaldea.
They're playing with the Chaldeans, man. Read on.
And yet hast not satisfied her with.
You will not be satisfied, man, playing the whore with all these other nations, Israel. Just get right. How you gonna be expecting to have a beautiful marriage and you still ain't got off the old baggage from your last marriage? How you gonna expect for it to work with your new husband and you're still talking to your old husband? How you gonna expect it to work? How you gonna expect that new garden to grow when you ain't even tilled the ground from your old garden yet, man? Israel, you gotta think with your head. Go back to Jeremiah, bro. Jeremiah, the 7th chapter. And we gonna read verse 27.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 27. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them.
Some of the words.
All these words unto them.
See, that's what Israel want to hear. They want to hear some of the words, man. They don't be believing when the prophet's gonna tell them they gonna drop dead till they on their deathbed, man. They don't believe it. Because you can tell by their actions. Still murmuring against each other. You got brews in Israel making rebuke videos about other brews they ain't never talked to before. Because they still pushing Christianity in another set of prophets preaching the truth, man. You got Israel out here saying that if you're not a part of their school, the Most High ain't even dealing with you. You got groups saying that, hey, if you was a part of another congregation, you can't even come a part. Just straight madness out here, man. Read on.
But they will not hearken to thee. Thou shalt also call unto them.
Lord, man, I know I told you I'm gonna stop doing it, Lord. I told you I was gonna stop eating that pork chop sandwich, Lord. I told you I was gonna go off from a big mama house. Read on.
But they will not
said, man, he ain't even gonna hear you. Read on.
But thou shalt say unto them, this is a nation that obeyeth not the voice of the Lord their God.
They don't even obey the voice, man, anymore. They don't care. Long as they can look good, in the sight of men and be men pleasers and be women pleasers. Man, you got so many sisters around here, around the whole nation in these congregations and these other schools, man. They look beautiful in their garments, because don't nobody look better than a black, Hispanic, and Native American woman on the planet, man. But as soon as they go home, dragons, man. Monsters, man. You ever seen the movie Venom? You ever seen Godzilla? That's who they are in the house, man. Godzilla. You ever seen Clifford the big red dog? The big little dog, big red dog? You ever seen Little Bill, man? That's how these Negroes is in the house, man, with Godzilla, man. This is ridiculous. Read on, Doc. Verse 28.
Nor receive it, correction.
They don't do what?
Nor receive it, correction.
Israel do not want to receive correction because they want to do whatever they want to do. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10. Let's get some evidence on this, man. And these are the same people that's out here opening the legs to every nation, man. Opening the word, opening their legs to everything that they believe. They don't do no research. But these are the people that they say they're going to make it to the kingdom of heaven in 15 and 10. Proverbs chapter 15 and 10. These are the same people that say that, you know what? I'm holier than thou. I done already made it because I can pull up few precepts. Read this out.
The book of Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way.
You tell Israel something, man. You tell them, hey, you can't do that. Correction is grievous to them that hate the Lord, man. I done seen brews that was nice with the priests. I'm talking about, man, they could go to the street corner, A1 with it. You tell them one thing about themselves, they acting effeminate like a female, man. Because it's grievous unto them because they forsake the ways anyway. Read on.
And he that hated reproof.
A lot of Israel, they hate reproof, man. You tell them that all the prophets do is just to tell them something for their good. But many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. Read on.
Shall God, hell and destruction are before the Lord.
Read.
How much more than the hearts of the children of men?
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. See, this is Israel's problem right here. They really think that they're going to get into that wedding marriage, man. Everybody wearing white, and they got on blonde, man. They got on that lemonade yellow suit like Gucci, man. They got on that all-purple Easter Sunday suit on, thinking they're going to get into the marriage with a dress code all white, man. Read on, right?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 15. The simple believe it every word.
That's Israel's problem, man. Pastor Portop come out and tell you that, hey, all you got to do is believe on Jesus Christ as the Son, and the same shall be saved. Sister Johnson going to be in the front with her big hat on. She going to get the blood walking. She going to get the grip walking. She going to get the hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And she believe everywhere Pastor Portop, Pastor ain't never opened up his Bible. Read on.
But the prudent man.
But the what, man?
But the prudent man.
But the one that's actually out here doing the work, and the one that's well going, read on.
Look it well to his going.
Look well to his going, man. Give me Proverbs 15 and 12. Read verse 12 for me, y'all.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 12.
Read.
A scorner loveth not one that reproveth him.
See, man, you got a lot of scorners in Israel. These are the same ones that say that they're going to be ready for their marriage. These are the same ones that still out here with the blonde weave in their head. She still got on them tights. She's still in DGs, man. She's still in Onyx, man. She's still up there in V Live, man. 40 years old. Still in these strip clubs. Still celebrating Christmas. Seen some on St. Patrick's Day. Lady said that she was Irish. I told her she ain't Irish and all Irishmen's gonna drop dead, man. She was ready to pull out a 22, man. Because she said she was Irish. Playing a whore with the so-called Irish. Read on.
Neither will he go into the wild.
So you got a lot of Israelites, man. They don't want counsel from the real prophets. They're going to go seek counsel from somebody that's not wise. They're going to go seek counsel from somebody that they know not going to give them the truth. That they know going to give them some watered down. See, they're going to go to where that's not even wise. In Israel, you need counsel, man. Stop acting like you got everything. If everybody had everything, we would have been out of bondage by now. But Israel lacks the responsibility of counsel. Give me Proverbs 11 and 14. Proverbs 11 and 14. Because this is a critical thing, man. Where there's no counsel, the people fall. Read this out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 14. Where no counsel is.
So if you ain't got no counsel, read on.
The people fall.
A lot of people succeed.
The people fall.
A lot of people flourish.
The people fall.
See, Israel got a problem with the men that's out here doing the work that the Most High and the Son, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, has raised up to be the prophets and to be the counselors and the judges. But Israel, they don't want no counselors, man. They say, I can do bad all by myself. Read on.
But in the multitude of counselors.
But the more counselors that you have, read.
There is safe.
There is what?
There is safe.
Proverbs 15 and 22. Let's get some more on that counseling. Israel need counsel, man. How you going to expect to go to the marriage and be a part of the marriage ceremony and you ain't never been to the marriage rehearsal? Everybody in the marriage, we doing the electric slide for the dance. You come in there stanky legging and twerking and booty dropping, man. You're going to get kicked out. Read on, huh?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 22. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed.
Yeah, you can have all the hopes and all the dreams and all the aspirations you want. I want to do this and I want to do that. I seen the vision. I had a dream of this. Without the multitude of counselors, man, your purpose is going to be disappointed. You're going to be sad every day. Because you don't even want counseling. Read on.
But in the multitude of counselors.
But in the multitude of your counselors, read.
They are established.
They are what?
They are established.
That's where brotherhood comes in at. That's where sisterhood comes in at. That's where order comes in at. But Israel, they don't hate that. You know what Israel like? Give me Jeremiah 4 and 44. Give me 44 and 4. Shalaki. Jeremiah 44 and 4. This is what Israel like, man. They don't like this real hard doctrine. They like that flesh. They like the other meats. They don't like that water. They don't like that wine. They don't like them quails. They want that pork chop sandwich. Read this out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 4. Howbeit, I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets.
He's sending them out here every day, and he's raising them up every day. Read on.
Rising early.
Rising early on the Sabbath. Rising early whenever we go out. Read.
And sending them.
Putting them on the street corners, man, so you can see them. Read on.
Saying, oh, do not this abominable thing. Do not this abominable thing that I hate.
Most High God hate a lot of things, man. Read on.
But they hearken not.
How many times we going to read it out through this Bible, man, that Israel is stiff-necked and hard-headed, and they hearken not? But you think it's a game? Are you calling the Most High a liar? You got 100 people in the congregation, 70 of them ain't really trying to hear it. Read on.
Nor incline their ear.
Nor incline their ear. Read.
To turn from their wickedness.
To turn from what?
To turn from their wickedness.
Don't want to do it. Read on.
To burn no incense unto their other gods.
Unto what?
Unto other gods.
To Session Bonjour.
Unto other gods.
Allah Akbar.
Unto other gods.
What about the Pope?
Unto other gods.
Read on.
Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth.
He said he was going to put us on slave ships. He said it was going to make us last high first five. He said it was going to make us baby mama, baby daddy. He said the men's was going to fight each other and kill each other over a pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoes. He said the sisters was going to be out here hard out. He said that you can't tell Big Mama nothing about that pork chop sandwich. He said his fury and his anger was poured forth. Read on.
And was kindled in the cities of Judah.
In the southern kingdom. Read on.
And in the streets of Jerusalem.
In the northern kingdom. Read on.
And they were wasted.
And they were what?
And they are wasted.
Read on.
And desolate. As at this day.
He said we was going to be wasted and desolate like this day, man. But you expecting to walk into that marriage and to get a crown put on your head. Can't even love your brothers and your sister. Read on.
Therefore now, thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel.
The God of who?
The God of Israel.
Read.
Wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling, out of Judah, to leave you none to remain.
Most High God said if it wasn't for that remnant, he said he would kill everybody right now. Keep playing games. Read on.
In that ye provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt.
He's still burning incense to the other gods in the land of Egypt right now, man. Right now. Still doing it. Only time we want to be a Hebrew is when we come into the congregation of Hebrews. How come we can't be a Hebrew all your life? See, this ain't no fad, man. This is a lifestyle. And if you want to treat it like a fad, you're going to get a fad's reward. Next license time. Read on.
Whether ye be gone to dwell, that ye might cut yourselves off.
Read.
And that ye might be a curse.
Be a what?
And that ye might be a curse.
Slave ships.
And that ye might be a curse.
Last high, first five.
And that ye might be a curse.
Read.
And a reproach.
Being called nigger.
And a reproach.
Being called spicks.
And a reproach.
Being called porch monkeys.
And a reproach.
Read.
Among all the nations of the
It's
earth.
Bible prophecy, man. Keep playing games with the Most High you want to. Show up in the wedding, man, with your Sunday best on. Show up at the wedding, man, without your fringes on. Show up at a wedding with a cross around your neck, with a zebra piece around your neck. Show up at a wedding, man, with that pork chop still in between your teeth, man. You're going to get cut off and a curse going to be upon you, man. But we still out there love playing a whore. Don't really want to get right. Read on.
Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers and the wickedness of the kings of Judah?
See, how we going to know the wickedness of our fathers and the wickedness of the kings of Judah? And Israel don't want to open up their Bible and read it, man. Most High say, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Let's get some kings that did wickedness of the kings of Judah. Give me 2 Kings, man, chapter 21. Let's read about what Jeremiah is talking about through the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Let's see what he's actually talking about. Give me 2 Kings chapter 21 and verse 1.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 21, verse 1.
Let's read about a king of Judah that did wickedly in the sight of the Lord. Read this.
Manasseh was 12 years old.
Manasseh was the son of Hezekiah. Hezekiah was the king of Judah. Manasseh was his son. They were alive in the 8th century. This is the same time that the prophet Isaiah was alive. The prophet Isaiah had to come and rebuke Hezekiah because Hezekiah allowed the other nations to come in and to see all of his treasures and all of his wealth and all of his gold and to come into the temple when the Most High God said, never trust your enemy. Manasseh was the son of him. They were alive about 720 BC, around that area. Read on.
When he began to reign.
So Manasseh began to reign. He was the king of Judah when he was just a young boy, 12 years old. Read.
And reigned 50 and 5 years.
And he reigned for 55 years. Read.
In Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Hephzibah.
Read on.
And he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord.
He did what?
And he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord.
If you ain't reading your Bibles, if you're not considering the days of old, how you gonna know what the kings of Judah did that Jeremiah is talking about? How you gonna know it? If Israel don't want to read their Bible, but what did he do? Read.
After the abominations of the heathen.
So you telling me that Manasseh was playing a whore with the heathen? So you telling me that Manasseh called the children of Israel to play the whore with the Assyrians, with the Babylonians, with the Hittites, with the Perizzites? Man, I think Manasseh might be TD Snakes, man. I think Manasseh might be TD Snakes reincarnated, man. I think that he might be Creflo Dollar reincarnated, man. Because that's all they do. They give us up and make us play the whore with the heathen. Read on.
Whom the Lord cast out before the children of Israel.
Most High God already cast them out, and TD Snakes came and crept in with his milk dud head, knowing he's supposed to be wearing a size 50. He gonna pull up at the congregation with his size 28 medium skinny jeans, man, with his Sunday best shoes on with no socks. Read on.
For he built up again the high places which Hezekiah, his father, had destroyed.
See, Hezekiah was a righteous man. He destroyed the other nations. He destroyed their garments. He destroyed their vessels. He destroyed their altars. He destroyed their goals. He destroyed their groves. Read on.
And he reared up altars of Baal.
He put up a picture of Cedric Beaujeu.
And he reared up altars of
He
Baal.
put up a picture of white Jesus.
And he reared up altars of Baal.
Read on.
And he made a grove, as did Ahab, king of Israel.
As did the homosexual, the effeminate Ahab of the northern kingdom, man. Read on.
And worship all the hosts of heaven.
Now worship the sun god, the moon god, Allah Akbar god, the Ammonite god. Worship the stars, the moon, everything that's in heaven, and he worshiped them. Read on.
And served them.
And did what?
And served them.
And served them, man. Still doing it to this day. What's your zodiac sign? I'm a Gemini. I'm a Cancer. I'm a Taurus. You're gonna get thrown in that lake of fire, man. Keep playing games. Give me Luke 14:23, man. Luke chapter 14, verse 23. See what the Most High commanded his prophets to go out there and do, man. Did he tell us to go out there and speak softly to him? Or did he tell us to go out there and compel them that they may come into the house of the Lord? Read this out.
The book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23.
Read.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out unto the highways and hedges.
See, people got a problem with us going door to door. They saying that we Jehovah wickedness and we not supposed to do that. We ain't supposed to go to the grocery stores, and who's that Big T that got a problem with that? And we ain't supposed to go in the barbershop. Read that again, now. He said, go out into what?
Go out into the highways and hedges.
He said, man, wherever these Negroes at, he said, go get them, man. Don't care if they at Keystone Pope. Don't care if they at the park. Don't care if they doing whatever they want to do. He said, go wherever they at, man. Read on.
And compel them.
And do what?
And compel
How you compare somebody, you put the fear of God in them. That's how you compel them. Read.
To come in.
To do what?
To come in.
To come into the wedding, man. Read.
That my house may be filled.
That the Most High house may be filled, man. But they, Israel, man. Woo. Isaiah 2:2. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2. See, this is what Israel want to hear, man. This is what Israel want to hear right here. They don't want to do no work, man. That's why it's only going to be a remnant. That's why you see in these congregations, it's the same women doing all the stuff. Every time they have gatherings, it's always the same women, and it's always the same men putting in the brick. What you think the other one's going to do? Lake of fire. Read this out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days.
In what days?
In the last days.
Read.
That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain.
He said that the government or the Most High house is going to be the Most High house is going to be the top government on the planet. Read.
It shall be exalted above the hills.
Any government, United Nations, EU. He said that the Israelites going to be above everybody. Read.
And all nations shall flow into it.
Everybody gonna know we the chosen at this time. Read on.
And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Let us go and go see Mount Zion. Read.
To the house of God of Jacob.
To the God of who?
To the house of God of Jacob.
Read.
And he will teach us of his ways.
Everybody in the kingdom gonna have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. And if you Ammonites, you want to be down there eating that kung fu rat, we're going to come down there, we're going to judge you, man. Before you Jebusites and you Canaanites, you want to be down there drinking cow piss, you know what I'm saying, and sticking your head up a cow butt, we're going to fly down there and we're going to judge you, man. And you Edomites, you know how you homosexual base, man, fugitive, we know how y'all going to get down, man. Y'all going to be eating little babies, men going to be sleeping with men, transgenders, man, we're going to come down there and judge you. Read on.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Read.
And he shall judge among the nations.
You say we're going to do what?
And he shall judge among the nations.
We're going to be the deputies, man. We're going to be the sheriffs. We're going to be the army sergeants. We're going to be the commanders. We're going to be the generals. We're going to be the top lieutenant police department. It's going to be us. Read on.
It shall rebuke.
It shall what?
It shall rebuke.
We're going to rebuke everybody, man. Read.
Many people.
Read on.
It shall rebuke. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears unto
Pruning hooks.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Most High God said, when that time comes, neither shall be war anymore. But Israel, they want this, but they don't want to deal with this, Isaiah 3 and 8. They don't want to deal with this part, though. See, Israel two-faced, man. You know, they say they love the Most High, but they out here lying. Read this out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined.
They don't even understand, man. We ruined out here, man. We on the brink of extinction. White man closing down the food stores. You think they're gonna build another Walmart for us? Save a Lot, Sprouts, whatever your grocery store name is in your neighborhood. It's all named by the so-called white man. Most High God say we ruined, man. Read.
And Judah is fallen.
Most High God say we done fallen, man. Read.
Because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord.
They always running their mouth, complaining, don't want to love their brothers and don't want to love their sisters. Their eyes that went across against the Most High, man. It's a sad, sad thing because you know the judgment that's coming upon them. Read on.
To provoke the eyes of his glory.
Read.
The shew of their countenance, dark, witness against them. And they declare their sin as Sodom.
They done declared their sins as a wicked nation, man. They done declared their sins as a wicked place to live. They done declared their sins. You got men out here selling their own self, male prostitutes out here. Read.
They hide it not.
Man, they walking around here with a twitch in their step. They don't even hide it anymore, man. Ain't gonna be bumping coochies in the kingdom. Read on.
Woe unto their soul.
You said what?
Woe unto their soul.
You said destruction on your soul, man. Read.
For they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
They done rewarded evil to themselves. Jump down to verse 16.
Verse 16.
This is what you sisters out here. Read.
Moreover, the Lord saith, because daughters of Zion are haughty.
Man, you can't tell these sisters nothing, man. They walking forth with a stretched forth neck. You can't tell them nothing. Very haughty. Read.
And walk with stretched forth neck.
This is in the Bible, man. He said they're going to be walking around doing all that twisting with their neck, snapping their fingers, getting loud with their husbands, not want to take correction. Read.
And wanting eyes.
One with another man. Read.
Walking and mincing as they go.
And you know how they be doing, man, when they be doing all that walking with all that extra twisted, man. You ain't got to do all that. Read on.
And making a tinkling with their feet.
Everywhere they go, they got to be seen somewhere. Everywhere they go, they want somebody to know. Read.
Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
That's why a lot of these sisters got hair problems, man. Because they walking around hardy, they stiff neck. We're walking around with stretched fork neck. They want another man, don't even appreciate their husbands that they got, twitching everywhere that they go. He said they're going to put a scab on your head. Read.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Why you think, man, the sisters of Zion, how come in every rap video they always naked doing a twerk, man? One leg up in the air, one leg on the car. Most I say they're going to discover your secret parts, man. That's what he do. Jump down to verse 24.
Verse 24.
Read.
And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell.
Instead of a sweet smell that our sisters used to have. Read.
There shall be stink.
There shall be what?
There shall be stink.
Like I said, man, you can smell a whore from a mile away. Read on.
And instead of girdle, a rent. And instead of a well-set hair baldness.
He said what?
And instead of a well-set hair baldness.
Instead of a well-set hair baldness, man. Read.
And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
He said, and burning instead of beauty, man. That's hard. Proverbs 23:27. Proverbs 23:27. See, you can't be out here playing no whore, man, and expecting to be married to Yahweh. It will never happen. Let's see something about this whore. Read this out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 27. For a whore is a deep ditch.
You say what?
For a whore is a deep ditch.
So now you reading this and you thinking that it's a woman. I mean, you can use it in a way for a woman if you want to. But a whore is just the other nations. Is a deep ditch If you fall into the snares of a whore or the other nation, you're going to fall into a deep ditch. We got brothers out there, we rebuke fake Allah Akbar, fake Muslims. They won't give it up because they so far deep down in that ditch that no matter how deep your hand pull out and try to help them, they too far down. They so far down in Christianity, they so far dealing with their whore that you reaching down and trying to get them. You can't even get them out because the deep so ditch for them. Read on.
And a strange woman is a narrow pit.
See, that strange woman is the other nation. She a narrow pit. Read on.
She also lieth in wait as for a prey.
She gonna lie in wait, man. As soon as these Negroes go to penitentiary, here come Minister Louis Farrakhan, man. Speaking that smooth language. All praises to a rock, man. Read on.
And increasing the transgressors among men.
And this is just going to increase your sins. Get out of that idolatry. Stop playing the whore, Israel. Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 15. We almost coming to it in Israel. Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 15. Read this out.
The book of Proverbs chapter 5 verse 15.
Read.
Drink waters out of thine cistern.
Drink waters out of thine own cistern. Drink waters out of the law, statutes, and commandments. That's your cistern, Israel. Read.
And running waters out of thine own well.
Don't be playing a whore with these other nations. We already married to the perfect man. Be faithful unto him. Read on.
Let them.
Verse 16.
Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad.
Let the fountains of this water be dispersed among the nation of Israel. Read.
And rivers of waters in the streets.
Let this flooding go out into the streets. Let this word hit the streets. Let this understanding hit the streets. Read.
Let them be only mine and not strangers with thee.
He said, let them be only the Most High and no strangers with thee at all. Ezekiel chapter 14 and 6. Ezekiel chapter 14 verse 6. You got to repent, Israel. Because the time is drawing near. Can't keep playing the whore. Can't be Lakeisha. All in everybody DM. Selling it for a nickel sack and a $20 bill. But when your Howard shot comes through, she talking about she ready to get married. Stop playing games. Read this out.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 6. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God, repent.
Do what?
Repent.
Change your ways. Read.
Repent and turn yourselves from your idols.
Turn yourself away from Bobby Brown. Turn yourself away from Michael Jackson. Turn yourself away from Luther Vandross. Turn yourself away from Kevin Durant. Turn yourself away from Ezekiel Elliott. Turn yourself away from T.D. Snakes. Turn yourself away from Cedric Rozier. Read on.
And turn away your faces from all your abominations.
Read.
For every one of the house of Israel, or of the stranger that sojourneth in Israel, which separated himself from me, and setteth off his idols in his hearts, and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and cometh to a prophet to inquire of him concerning me. I, the Lord, will answer him by myself.
Read.
And I will set my face against that man.
What he said he gonna do?
And I will set my face against that man.
Read.
And will make him a sign and a proverb.
I done seen this happen with my own eyes, man. I'm telling you, Israel, this is the real deal. He said you don't want to serve him. He said he's gonna set his face against you. He said he's gonna make you a sign and a proverb among men. I done seen it happen with my own eyes, man. Having it been awakened for a split second. Done seen it happen with my own eyes. And it's going to start getting more and more around here, man, because the Most High is purging out the rebels from amongst the congregation. Read.
And I will cut them off from the midst of my people.
I done seen it too, man. I done seen brothers in congregations. I done seen a brother was in this congregation, man. He left another congregation. He came to this congregation last Sabbath, seen him out on the streets with the dumbbells, man. I done seen it happen. Read.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Once I seen that, I said, man, I knew the Most High was the real deal. I said, damn. These brothers done been in here pulling precepts, going to the street corners, man. Most High said he gonna cut them off from among the people. Matthew chapter 7:21, last precept when we out of here, man. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. This is for everybody that still want to play the harlot and thinking you're going to be married to your Yahweh, man. This is exactly for you. Read this, Ark.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Not everybody that's out here playing games, running game on the Most High, saying, Lord, Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Shai, Requah, Kodash, Barakatham, saying all of that. Not everybody gonna get a wedding garment, man. Only the remnant. Read.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven.
Read.
Many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord.
It's gonna be Sister Johnson, man. She gonna be there. Woo, I can tell. But it's gonna be Bishop Jakes, man. Read on.
Have we not prophesied in thy name?
And we not tell everybody that all you gotta do is believe in Jesus Christ as the Son, and the same shall be saved. Read.
And in thy name have cast out devils.
You know that's a lie. Read on.
And in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
You say what?
I never knew you.
He said, what's your name, Mark?
I never knew you.
He said, what's your name, sis?
I never knew you.
He said, no, I ain't never seen that brother before.
I never knew you.
You better stop playing games with him. Read on.
Depart from me.
He said, cast this nigga into outer darkness, man. Read.
Ye that work iniquity.
Ye that work iniquity, man. Giving all praises to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh Shai, man. Could have went on for days on this topic, man. Israel out here still playing the whore, man. Still opening up her legs, but want to be married to Yahweh Shai. Repent, Israel. Shabbat Shalom.